Welcome back to the Chasing Tone video show and podcast. I'm Brian.
I'm Max.
And today we talk about NAMM. We talk about why guitar amps sound much better when louder.
It's science.
Yeah, it actually is science. And then we show them off my favorite piece of rat gear from the 80s. So with that, let's jump right into it.
This is a top to what we use on stage, but it's very, very special because if you can see, the numbers all go to 11. Look, right across the board. 11, 11,
and most of
11,
the
and then
amps go up to 10.
Exactly.
Does that mean it's louder? Is it any louder?
Well, it's one louder, isn't it?
Sweating?
No, I'm just good. Just felt like it
So
can go both ways. Up, down. Expose my chest a little.
Did you get that for Christmas?
I did get this for Christmas. I
That's
can't
cool.
take it off now.
It's been several weeks since we've done one of these.
It has been. A lot has changed.
What?
We're back to work.
Yeah.
Santa's gone.
It's cold.
It is cold.
I think
I eat the jacket.
before Christmas it was like 65 here.
I've actually been out in your barn, out of the door into your barn all day, preparing stuff for NAMM. I've been like, we have this with that big kerosene heater, so it's either like 150 degrees, like sweating, or it's like we had to turn it off and it instantly gets cold because the whole building's like metal, right? Metal and concrete. So you're like, or you're just like rolling sweat. Could be sick. Who knows?
So you've been putting the pedal board together,
Yeah, pedal board
for
together. I mean, tons of stuff.
right?
We got this
And the big
one of
container. We already shipped one container out there.
Two.
Two containers.
two,
Yeah, two containers.
huge containers. With the
And then
display.
we got another container that we're filling up now. So basically, it costs us like $40,000 to ship stuff out to NAMM.
Yeah, but that is a 48-hour all hands on deck. We have to get this filled because I think it has to be picked up. Today is Tuesday. It has to be picked up by like Friday or Monday at the latest.
Right, and it's like last minute sort of thing. So
Yeah, this is all the
great.
important stuff like pedals.
yeah, so we can run out there and check it if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Let's go see what you're working on.
Hey, pedals.
Yeah, Bateman's.
So we had to totally rebuild this today. So we have some blank spots.
Right.
You know, so we're actually missing the tumnus.
Uh-huh.
Might have something going.
Yeah.
Might have something going here.
Yes.
Might have a couple of things going here. Your favorite tuner. We had to build some new cables. Fix some old ones.
Yep.
We have a mess of our board underneath. This is before, so we gotta tighten this up tomorrow.
So yeah, this is and this is usually what my board looks like. Like when I go gig. That's pretty much what it looks like on top of it. Just all crumpled everywhere.
But we actually
3 pedal powers.
Yeah, we actually had to add a third one just so we can get a little bit everything a little bit more quiet and have some of the new stuff have its own power supply and some old stuff have its own power supply. And
Got some black extensions.
extensions, yeah. Got some IECs, whatever they're called. I call them Mickey Mouse plugs.
Birth control for power supply.
Sure.
Right.
Yep. We have like one daisy chain together. We have a splitter. So you have it splits off here into two. They run each in 2 of those individually. We got homemade brackets here. The traditional Voodoo Labs brackets that are supposed to fit don't. So Bob and I came up with some angle iron and
Handcrafted, huh?
yeah, furniture screws basically. But it's mounted like a rock, so it won't go anywhere. Hopefully.
Might not. We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah, other than the...
So why this pedal order?
So what we basically did was we always want to run your buffer first. That's important. The tumnus, which actually I think we were playing it earlier in the studio, so that's why it's not on the board. I can't tell you, but I can't tell you,
Right.
you guys, why we're putting this pedal here, but you'll find out soon enough.
Okay.
And then like these are on our website. We have kind of the essentials. We'll have the DB Plus and the Eagle compressor. You have to have the Eagle compressor. Then from here we decided I put the Euphoria and Peasley together. This is actually our signature series all the way across, but the Euphoria and Peasley, just so when we're doing demos, I can show how these stack up against the channel 1 and 2 of the dual fusion. So I can kind of show people what these sound like. Then I can cross-reference these. Hot wire, obviously, because it's in signature. And then we start doing all our amp in the box type stuffs.
Okay.
So we'll go Pinnacle Standard,
Right.
Pinnacle Deluxe.
Right.
Gotta have both. I mean, they're similar. They're actually identical, pretty much.
Yep.
But you gotta have it, and you got your slow, get your triple rec. The Velvet's not an amp in a box, but it's kind of a heavier pedal, so I kind of throw it in there to show. The triple rec can actually fuzz up, so I kind of compare those sometimes.
Right.
The Sovereign's just a great gain stage, kind of like a second channel on your amp. Then your plexi drives, obviously. Then we jump up our single chain all the way up to 30 something. That's our Vox in a box, or Vox-ish.
Vox-ish.
Yeah, Vox-ish in a box. Our Clarksdale. Which is Tube Screamer goes to every amp, so you have to put it there.
Right.
Your catapulp, your 257, the low blow, just because we don't have enough pedals in our baseline yet to accommodate an entire board. That's coming. Then we start getting into our tremolos. After that, we go into the faux analog echo. Then we jump up here to our faux spring reverb, and then our faux tape echo. And then we'll jump into a couple other new things. Oh, they're not there yet, but they will be. And then Brian's favorite tuner of all time at the very end.
I like TC Electronic stuff. I'm just not a fan of, like, that's not my favorite tuner, you know, because it's not a Stroby. I like the Strobies.
That's why I didn't get anything for Christmas.
That's true. That and because I was a bad boy, so I'm not on the list.
Yeah, but yeah. So this is the board as of right now.
Right. Okay.
So
cool, man.
it's a lot to do. And then we got that big crate. It's as tall as you. This is how we get things done with the hammer.
This is how you get. We're
Doesn't
basically
fit.
putting a chair in here, and this is how you're getting down there.
Yeah, that's not how I'm getting down there. But yeah, that
Says you.
says you. I'm not paying for you to sit and coach like highfalutin. Now there looks like there's a lot of space in here, but it will literally be packed to the gills.
Yep.
Right before we come out, we have tubs. We have me and Bob Hebert, the guy that's been huge in getting all this stuff together.
And build a pedal board.
And built a pedal board, Hebert pedal boards. Check them out. But him and I actually have a running bet with our office manager. If we can get everything done in the next 2 days, she's buying us lunch, and I don't miss a free lunch. So we will have everything done before we get there.
Is it going to have cloth napkins that said lunch?
Oh yeah, I told her steak, which probably means Burger King, but it's free, so I'll settle.
Steak and shake.
Steak and shake. Get one or the other. Can't both. Yeah, this is just part of it. I mean, there's a whole lot of wheat. The wonderful Jason Wilding will be coming out with us from the UK. He actually just had back surgery. He's not gonna be able to lift anything. I think Alex is coming out the day after we set up. So guess who gets to lift all this crap? This guy.
He's the bigger guy anyway. So he's
got muscles.
working out, and I mean.
But I'm excited though because everything has wheels.
Right.
So we can roll.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's kind of an insight. NAMM seems like a lot of fun. It's actually a lot of work. Believe it or not, rewiring that big monster of a pedal board and all this. I've been going at it since 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. So
we stopped briefly for lunch and right back at it. So
right.
Something breaks, you're over 1,000 miles away from home. So I pack lots and lots of stuff. I won't even show you my toolbox. It's a whole other story. That's a story for another time.
All right, so let's head back in here.
Bring it on. And we're back.
You notice how your seat's shorter than mine?
It is shorter, yeah. For you guys at home that can see this, I have a huge. We're making Bob work here. I'm sorry, Bob. I have such a huge torso. My chair has to be the little one.
And I
Brian has to have the big
have
one.
a short torso. Yeah, that word.
Torso.
Torso.
So when we sit, we're even. I'm actually slouching a little. If I sit bolt upright,
Then I get
you get a stretch. So
yeah.
So if you guys are ever wondering, whose chair is bigger? Brian's. Brian's a bigger chair.
Okay, so sorry. So we talked about pedal board stuff. Talked about NAMM stuff. What's next?
What'd you get for Christmas?
I actually didn't get much for Christmas. Well, you know what? Actually, I don't know. I'm one of those guys I've already got everything. I've always wanted guitar amps, and now I've accumulated guitar amps because that's the business I'm in.
Yeah.
So I can buy them and write them off. So that's the good thing. It's I don't have to ask my wife if I could buy a guitar amp. I have to ask my accountant.
You still have that.
I have to ask the accountant, but the wife, I can just say it's a business expense.
I wanted a muffletta, but I wasn't good enough.
You know what? We should ask Josh from JHS.
Josh, Santa Josh. Can you find it in your tall Santa heart?
See if he's got any Santa gifts left. No. Okay, so I was on a forum today, believe it or not, and they were talking about. The question was, why does my guitar amp sound so much different when it's loud compared to when it's, at regular home listening levels? And kind of the context of it is that I guess this guy had like a family, and he's like, I can only turn my Fender Hot Rod Deluxe up at like 0.5, but whenever I'm able to gig with it, I can turn it up, and even if it's not really distorting, just the volume of it sounds better to my ears. How do I get that sound at a low level? And kind of he was also talking about how he was trying to figure out like the cabinet emulation stuff. So he's like, whenever I use I don't remember if it was a Fractal or a Kemper or whatever it was, he said, it sounds good, but like I still can't get that. It's still not that feeling of like having a loud amp in the room. Yeah. And it's explainable. Like I think those things are really great at having the mic'd sound, at the ready.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's great. But I think you can't replicate all that stuff because there's so much that goes into it. So like starting from the beginning, I mean, as far as amps go, like the louder you turn your amp, the more signal you're sending through all those stages and the transformer down to the speaker, and all that stuff is going to react differently with those different signals, right? Even the speaker is going to react differently with more volume. And then you were talking to me about, we were talking about this, about the physics side of it. It's called the Fletcher-Munson Curve.
Yeah.
Right? So your ears actually hear things differently, and this is very layman-ish. They hear things differently when the volume is loud than they do down low.
Non-linear.
Yes, because an air is non-linear, right?
Yeah.
So so there's a lot of properties that change due to that. And you also have the fact that like your bones, the way they vibrate, your skin vibrates, and all that adds up in your brain to what you're hearing. So like with a modeler of some sort, you're not, there's no huge vibrations in a room. You're hearing it here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you're saying I'm a big conductor of sound. I'm one giant tone machine.
It's exactly what I'm saying.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah. So, but I mean, all that stuff kind of adds up to, why a guitar amp sounds different down low than it does up high. I mean, and the Fletcher-Munson
Say that
curve.
10 times fast.
Yeah, the Fletcher-Munson curve, named after Charles, of course.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, Charles Munson.
Yeah. That plays a huge part on it. I mean, I think you probably know more about this. I think it's the bass frequencies that your ear tends to hear more of as you turn the volume up.
Correct.
And I think you drop a little bit of treble, right?
Correct. Yeah, I think you're right. Also, weird side note: when you get older, bass volume becomes more perceivable than high frequencies. Mm-hmm. So you hear like a lot of guys like more, either a more ice pick tone because they're trying to compensate for the treble they can't hear anymore.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Old guys, too much treble.
All right. So with that, let's do a gear vault real quick.
Boom, boom, boom.
So this is my ADA MP1. I had several people ask me about like my settings. We did this with the hair distortion thing. We used this. We did a couple podcasts ago whenever I played it as well. And one of my favorite units from, I guess this is probably 80s or so. It's got chorus built in, all that good 80s stuff. But here's my presets. So I'm on the distortion tube setting, and there's two different gains. So the first gain is 2.4. Wait a minute, actually. Yeah. First gain is 2.4. The second gain is 7.0. Master gain is just a volume 8.0. My bass is at 12. My mids are at 2. My treble's at 6. My presence is at 2. And I don't have any chorus or anything on. And that's it, running into this Port City head there. Just running right into the SIN, just using the power amp. Into this Marshall cabinet. This has WGS greenback speakers. I got it mic'd with a 57 right next to my Stormtrooper microphone. So yeah, that's it. That's my settings. That's what I like. And I'll play a little ditty real quick. Right, so obviously there's a bit of hum right now.
What?
A little bit of hum.
What?
It's a little loud, but still, it sounds better when loud, as we last talked.
It's true.
Everything does. So
Tell my wife that.
yeah, so with so with those settings, this is the hair distortion tone.
That's it.
You know, I love that sound. It's
No fan though, no tights, no sock stuffing.
well, I got that. That's all natural. You know, you know what I'm saying?
Baby socks.
That's funny, baby socks. Huh? But yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's your vault.
Boom.
So what do you think about your vault?
It's cool. ADA was cool. We had actually talked about a lot of stuff. NAMM, physics, old ancient 1980s equipment Brian had in high school. and a bet I have with the manager.
Exactly.
That's all kind of gambling, physics, we got all kinds of cool stuff.
All right, so that's the show for this week. Make sure you stay with us for next week, right before NAMM, and
Yes.
then it's our 100th show
It's at NAMM.
at NAMM.
At NAMM.
Yeah.
Some special guests. So.
Yep. So make sure you comment below if you're watching this. If you're listening to this, make sure you call us on the phone. Call Max.
No.
765-352-8626.
But just share it. Get some share love here. Call 100 of your closest friends. Let's do this.
Exactly. So, all right. So for Brian,
Max.
thanks for watching. See you next week.